Unusually warm, and the impact of that increasingly clear. We're getting more and more used to seeing pictures like this, all tangible examples of our ever-changing climate. And experts say it's only going to get worse. And this is why the State of the Climate report, now in its 31st edition, reveals how in recent years temperatures in Europe have been on the rise, and in 2020 have reached 1.9 degrees above the long-term average. If we look at what that's felt like in individual countries, many places, particularly Eastern Europe, reported record high temperatures last year. Russia was nearly 3 degrees warmer than the average high that was recorded between 1981 and 2010. Parts of Western Europe were relatively cooler, but Norway nearly 2 degrees above average. And the UK, we've had our third warmest year since national records began. Now, those soaring temperatures have also contributed to rising sea levels, with 2020 seeing the record high for the 9th year in a row. Sea levels rose more than 9 centimetres above the average back in 1993. That's due to warming oceans, melting glaciers and ice sheets. So why are temperatures going up? Well, it's down to record amounts of greenhouse gas in the atmosphere, peaking in 2020. In fact, the average concentration of CO2 was up 48% on pre-industrial times. And atmospheric methane increased 160% during the same period. And this is the really difficult thing. Those increases happened despite human CO2 emissions decreasing by up to 7% during the pandemic. So those small but not insignificant changes made no tangible difference to our atmospheric CO2 levels.
These other emissions are going to come from things like power stations where they are based on fossil fuels, so coal and natural gas. There were still some flights for transporting goods and post, for example. So there are all kinds of other emissions that we don't necessarily see in our day-to-day lives, but were still going on during 2020.
So that's the challenge, how to hit our global warming reduction targets. And scientists say the situation should worry us all. Harriet Hadfield, Sky News.